Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to my horror movie marathon. And tonight, I'm gonna be reviewing a movie that probably not a lot of people have heard of, called "I Drink Your Blood." Um, it's a very simple movie that came out in the '70s about about this town being plagued by these like rabid cult members. That's basically the whole film. Now, back when I first heard about this, um, I first saw like this movie like a few years ago, but before that, um, I saw the trailer um, through this one sort of like, I guess you could say movie that featured a bunch of trailers for films. It was called Mad Ron's Prevues from Hell, and this movie was one of them. And I liked how it had the whole grindhouse feel to it, taking like cues from like exploitation horror, because I think the movie was made in 1973. Um, and it did have a bit of a lasting impact because there was this one like sort of like a electro synth wave sound where it goes like da na 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 da na na na. Um, I know for a fact that that sound is used at the intro of one of Rob Zombie's songs, "Feel So Numb," and I mean, first of all, like Rob Zombie is great for like his love of like old horror films. Like again, he used the music from "I Drink Your Blood" as part of his own music video, and he also used the narration of the movie trailer from Lady Frankenstein, I think it's called. The one where it has a guy going like, "Who is this creature who has an insatiable love for the dead?" He used that for the opening of Living Dead Girl. But going back to the movie itself, the movie's okay. I mean, it's pretty dated. Um, the main story is about like how this cult led by a guy named Horace Bones, who calls himself the son of Satan. He has this cult in the woods of some backwater town. One of the cult members brings his girlfriend along, and when the cult leader finds out, he and his group rape her. So when the family of the girl find out, the father tries to go and kill them, but he gets drugged before being sent home. And when the little kid finds out, he decides to take his father's gun, try to kill them themselves. But in the process, he kills a rabid dog. So instead, what the kid does is he takes the rabid dog's blood and injects the blood into these meat pies that his family's business is selling. And because the cult members ate the infected meat pies, they get rabies and they start killing everyone in town. It's a really interesting story, like really simple. I'm not sure if that's exactly how rabies work, where like if you ingest some rabid dog's blood, then like you become rabid too, where like you're foaming at the mouth and everything, and like you just go around killing people. I don't know if that's actually what happens, so maybe you gotta suspend some disbelief on this, but it's still an interesting movie. Like the acting is meh. I mean, it's a grindhouse flick. So like really the only thing that has going for it is like the blood and gore, and like even there not it's not the bloodiest movie I've seen. Like the reason why why I saw the movie in the first place was because the trailer was saying like this is the most like disturbing, horrendous film that you've ever seen. Like every time you see an object on screen, you're gonna wonder, like, what heinous acts are gonna be committed with this. And it's okay. I mean, like, there's a scene where one of the rabid cult members, like, cuts off a dude's leg and then kind of parades it around the house that he's in. Um, and then there's another one um, where, where where that same cult member, he takes Horace Bones' sword, and from the looks of it, like, he rams it up his ass and makes it go, like, all the way up out of his mouth. But those are really the only parts that I really remember, aside from the ending where they fend off the rabid cult members with a water hose before, like, the military comes in and just mows them all down. So to summarize, since, like, there's not really much that I can really talk about with this film, like, it's still a pretty good exploitation horror film. At the time, it probably was one of the most shocking, but, like, well, we got movies from the Saw franchise and Hostel these days, so, like, it's incredibly tame for a horror film nowadays, but I don't regret seeing it. I think it's still a really good movie. Like, this is the kind of film that I'd watch alongside, like, Night of the Living Dead or one of the other zombie films, because that's essentially what this one is. It's just that the zombies are a bit smarter. So that's it for this review, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another horror movie. Bye.